Food fight, US versus Europe. Welcome to our food quality showdown. Today we'll explore the key differences in food regulations, processing, and agricultural practices. We're talking about the good, the bad, and the downright ugly truths about what goes into our food on both sides of the pond. Get ready to have your minds blown because we're about to separate the culinary geniuses from the absolute donkeys. Right, let's talk about food additives, the culinary equivalent of hiding a burnt sauce under a mountain of parsley. The EU has got this whole thing down to a science, banning all sorts of dodgy chemicals and artificial colors. Over in the US, it's a different story. They're happy to chuck in things like BHA and BHT, which are about as appetizing as licking a battery. And don't even get me started on the food dyes they use. You'd think they were trying to recreate a rainbow in your digestive system. The EU's got it right. Keep it natural, keep it fresh, and for God's sake, keep it edible. Let's talk pesticides, the agricultural equivalent of using a blowtorch to kill a fly. The EU's got a zero-tolerance policy, banning harmful pesticides like neonicotinoids and atrazine. Meanwhile, in the US, glyphosate, the main ingredient in Roundup, is about as common as a bad steak in a cheap diner. They're spraying it on everything from wheat to soybeans, and it's enough to make you want to swear off vegetables altogether. It's clear that the EU is miles ahead when it comes to protecting its citizens from harmful chemicals. Now let's get down to the meat and potatoes, literally. In Europe, they treat their animals with a bit more respect, banning the use of growth hormones in meat production. The US, on the other hand, seems to have a more relaxed approach, allowing the use of hormones and antibiotics in their meat. And don't even get me started on RBST-RBGH, the genetically engineered hormone they inject into cows to increase milk production. It's enough to make you want to switch to almond milk, and that's saying something. Let's be honest, we all love a bit of junk food now and then. In Europe, they're a bit more discerning about what they put in their processed food. They use less sugar, less salt, and less of those unpronounceable chemicals that you find lurking in the back of American pantries. In the US, it's a different story. They're chucking sugar into everything, from bread to yogurt to salad dressing. It's like they're trying to give the entire nation a collective sugar rush. And don't even get me started on the portion sizes. They're enough to feed a small army. The EU seems to understand moderation, while the US is still stuck in a supersized food coma. You'd think something as simple as bread would be safe from the culinary culture clash, but you'd be wrong. In Europe, they take their bread seriously, using less processed flour and opting for whole grain varieties. In the US, they're bleaching their flour within an inch of its life, stripping it of any nutritional value it might have had, and don't even get me started on the preservatives they add. You could probably use that bread to re-grout your bathroom tiles. Bread should be a simple pleasure, not a science experiment. Even fast food isn't safe from the great food debate. In Europe, even the golden arches have to up their game, using real sugar in their drinks, ditching the artificial colors and opting for higher quality oils for frying. In the US, fast food is a culinary free-for-all, loading their burgers with preservatives, pumping their fries full of trans fats, and serving up sodas that are sweeter than a dessert trolley. It's enough to make you want to swear off takeout forever. Sometimes you just need a quick and easy meal, but that doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your health in the process. The EU is proving that it's possible to have your burger and eat it too, without feeling like you need to be rushed to the hospital afterward. So, there you have it. The differences in food quality between the US and Europe are clear. One is a culinary symphony, while the other is like a microwave dinner gone wrong. Which side do you think has the better approach? Let us know in the comments. And remember, you are what you eat, so choose wisely. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful comparisons.